Hi, I am the Brick Perfectionist. Today I will be reviewing and comparing both versions of Darth Vader's transformation. First, we have 7251, which was released in 2005 and has 53 pieces. The 2005 wave of Star Wars sets will always be very nostalgic to me. And that is because I had just gotten into Legos a couple years prior, and they were my first Star Wars sets. Now that the speed build is almost complete, let's take a closer look at the minifigures. First up, we have Anakin Skywalker, or Darth Vader, who is very badly burnt and injured. He is wearing his black Jedi robes, which somehow have not been damaged. The second and final figure is Darth Vader. The original helmet was finally discontinued in 2019. His face print is the same as the other figure, just on a gray head with gray details. Here is the completed 2005 Darth Vader transformation. On the left side is a table where Anakin is currently being worked on from a droid. There are several tools in each of the droid's appendages, which can be used to work on Darth Vader. In order to complete the transformation, you must turn the table over to reveal Darth Vader in his suit. Even back then, this was a very simple build, but it got the job done for being able to recreate the scene. This time around, I had some different ideas for creating my backdrop. The biggest difference is that I wanted to create a stand that was curved in order to accommodate for the shape of the updated transformation. The medical room from this scene has slanted walls, so I did have to be conscious of creating a curve to the drawing as well. As usual, once my sketch is completed, I go over everything with different sizes of micron pens. Once the inking is completed, then I move into my alcohol-based markers, starting with the grayscale from lightest to darkest. The sections of the back wall are very repetitive, so I made sure to break some of that up with the foreground detailing, such as the cords and tubes. I also tried to create some dimension in the paneling so that it didn't look super flat. I masked over everything with a couple shades of blue before using my white pen to highlight all of the details, which were then also dimmed down. Next, I have 75183, the 2017 version of Darth Vader's transformation. This set has 282 pieces, which makes it more than 5 times larger than the original. When I started to gather the pieces to my set here, I thought about how long it's actually been since it was released. It feels like it's been 3 or 4 years since this set came out, but it's already been 6. Time has been flying like crazy, and so many Lego sets have been created now that it's almost hard to keep track. I would love to hear some comments about what some of your first Lego sets were, or some of your favorite. If you would like to see any specific sets covered on my channel, then please let me know. Now that the set build is near completed, let's take a closer look at the minifigures. First, we have Anakin, or Darth Vader, who now comes with some robotic legs in silver. The printing is much more accurate, which now extends to the back of his head and torso. Next, we have Emperor Palpetine, who comes with a gold-hilted lightsaber. He is wearing his black robes, which include a cape and hood. that covers a secondary angry face print. There is no back printing on this minifigure, which is probably due to his cape. Saving the best for last, we have Darth Vader, who comes with his red lightsaber. His face print is a duplicate from the other figure, but the mask is now updated with 2 different pieces. He also does not have printing on the back of his torso, but I think the helmet really makes up for that. Here is the most current version of Darth Vader's transformation. On the examination table is a badly injured Darth Vader, and standing to his side is Emperor Palpetine. There are clear studs to resemble lights on the floor, and there is the same medical droid that we saw in the previous set, which can be thrown back by the Force using this lever. On the right side is a medical droid hovering in the air, as well as another medical droid on the ground. Both of the lightsabers that come with the set are attached to a stand, which can also be thrown back by the Force. Darth Vader's helmet can now be placed onto the figure, and using a gear from below, you can turn the medical table over and reveal Darth Vader in his suit. The mechanic for placing the helmet down is very satisfying. Finally, the gear can be pulled out in order to lift the medical table forward. As mentioned previously, I did create a stand which ends up curving the backdrop itself. I used the same wedge technique to hold my backdrop in place. There are a couple more supports at the top corners in order to avoid the paper from popping upward. Although this was a repetitive backdrop, I did have a lot of fun with creating all of the details, like the tubes and the different control panels which they come from. Just like my Dagobah video, I wanted to place everything under a different light source in order to create the same ambience from the scene. I will be posting my next Star Wars video in 2 weeks. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.